And now it's the time for a story. Yes, we all loved stories when we were kids. So here is Aisha Islam of Standard 3rd. Aisha, with her storytelling skill, will bring back to us the memories of when we were kids and our teachers used to tell us stories in the class. So, presenting before you Aisha Islam and her group to present a prophetic story.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you children?
Alhamdulillah, we are fine.
Okay, stand up for the prayer. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Rabbi
Rabbi
zidni
zidni
ilma.
ilma.
O my Lord,
O my Lord,
increase my knowledge.
increase my knowledge.
Sit down. Open your Islamic studies book. Have you opened?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know about Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam?
Yes, ma'am.
The entire story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam is there in the Quran in Surah Yusuf, chapter number 12. Ready to listen the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam?
Yes, ma'am. He was very handsome.
Okay, let's start. The Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam was a pious man. He lived in Canaan with his family. He had 12 sons, and Yusuf alayhi salam was the second youngest of them. One day, Yusuf alayhi salam had an unusual dream in which 11 stars and the sun and the moon all bowed down to him. He told his father, "O father, I saw that the stars and the sun and the moon bowed down to me." His father heard about this dream. He understood that great things lay in store for his son. For their part, being aware of their father's love for Yusuf alayhi salam, the 10 big brothers became so resentful that they began to hate him. The 10 brothers hatched a plot to kill him. They said to their father, "O father, please send Yusuf with us to the forest. We will take good care of him and bring him back in the evening." They took him to a forest and threw him into a well. But the well was deep and dried up. After 3 days, a caravan for Egypt took out Yusuf alayhi salam from the well and sold him an Egyptian prince Aziz. Yusuf alayhi salam lived in Aziz mansion for several years. As Yusuf grew up, he became handsome and beautiful. That Aziz's wife felt very attracted towards Yusuf, but he kept his distance. In great anguish, Yusuf prayed, "O Lord, please tell me better than what I am being asked to do." Aziz's wife decided to imprison him. In prison, he met 2 prisoners. Both of them had strange dreams, the meaning of which were correctly given by Yusuf alayhi salam. One day, the king dreamt that 7 lean cows were eating up 7 fat ones, and 7 green ears of corn were being replaced by 7 dried up ones. No one was able to say what this unusual dream meant, but Yusuf alayhi salam interpreted the dream. He explained, "In the land of Egypt, there would be 7 years of prosperity, but following these 7 years of abundance, there would come 7 years of dreadful famine." The king greatly liked his explanation, and then he appointed him to look after the granaries and charged him with providing enough grain to meet all needs during the foretold famine 7 years later. The 7 good years passed, and there came the 7 lean and hungry years. Famine had the land of Canaan in its grip. Yaqub alayhi salam and his sons were hit by the famine too. In search of rain, the 10 sons traveled to Egypt. Chief of the storehouses in Egypt, Yusuf al-Salam recognized them. Yusuf al-Salam gave them ample supply of grains and put the drinking cup into the baggage stacks. Finally, Yusuf al-Salam revealed their crime, but forgave them. Yusuf al-Salam embraced his parents, and then Yusuf al-Salam reminded his father, "This is the meaning of my childhood dream, which my Lord has fulfilled." So, here finished. So, from this story, we learn that if believers, despite their hardships, follow the path of Allah, Allah helps them miraculously. We should also trust Allah and seek this help in our lives. Allah will surely help us. So, here finishes the story. Now tell me, have you understood everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then in the next class, inshallah, we will learn about some other prophets of Allah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakumullah, children. Aisha, I'm sure you'll make a great teacher. So this was the prophetic story. Allah sent prophets to guide us. And he mentioned the stories of some of them in the Quran so that we can learn lesson from their lives. But the irony is that our children today know everything about cartoon characters, heroes, heroines, sports persons. But what they do not know is about the prophets. Our children are not even aware of the names of the prophets. Leave aside knowing their stories or learning lesson from their lives. And here comes the role of the parents. I would like to mention that those parents who are sending their children to schools where Islamic subjects are not taught, then it's the responsibility and duty of the parents to give such education to their children at home.